Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin stocks that trade over the counter. Okay, we're not going to look at Bitcoin Investment Trust, ticker symbol GBTC. That really trades like a big board stock, and so we cover that with the big board plays. The stocks that trade on the bigger exchanges. These stocks in this all the stocks in this video trade over the counter. Okay, so the first one up is BTSC. This is Bitcoin Services, and it has a really nice uptrend going. As you can see here, it's been riding EMA 4 support higher. On Thursday of last week, it closed just below EMA 4. That's the pink line, currently at 383, but got right back above that level. The close above that level on Friday, it does signal more upside potential. It formed a little indecision candle. It's just working its way higher. What it needs to do is close above the closing price here on the 28th. Okay, so a close above 45 is going to signal that it wants to break out higher, and then we'll be looking at this, what is it, almost 55 resistance level right here would be the next. So it's 45, a break above 45, then it's a run to 55, get above 55, and you're looking at a run to 64 or 65. The big thing is once EMA 4 support breaks and it starts to cool down, there is a gap down here between these two candles. So you could see a drop down to EMA 13 to fill the gap. Okay, let's look at BTCS. Okay, so this stock has a similar pattern as a couple of the other stocks I'm going to show you in a minute, and it's just been consolidating in a sideways channel. So it needs to break out of this sideways trend. As you can see here, this is the top of the channel up here, where the closing price on October, what does it look like, October 12th. So this is the top of the channel up here, and then you have the bottom of the channel down here. You could see it formed a double bottom down here off of this support zone, and so we've been looking for it to get a new uptrend going since it formed the double bottom. Notice that all the moving averages are converged over here. I mean, this is a major resistance zone. You have the 20, 50, 100, 200, and 300-day simple moving averages, and then you also have EMAs 4, 8, and 13. They're all in this zone here between 10 cents and 13 cents. So basically a break above the 100-day simple moving average at 12.6, and if it can turn that into support, that's going to signal it wants to head higher, and then we'll be looking for a run up to 18. If it fails to get above this 100-day simple moving average and stay above that level, it's just going to signal more consolidation. It needs to stay above 10 to remain in play. If it drops below 10, that's going to signal it's cooling down. It could retest those 8s. So it's just in the sideways channel right now. If you look at the 15-minute chart here, you can see it did have a nice break above resistance into the close. Notice how it closed at high of day. It closed really strong. It was pushing with the bulls in control with a nice large volume spike. You've got a close above all the moving averages here, and so if it can stay above this 11 resistance zone, that's going to signal it wants to head higher. So above 11 for BTCS tomorrow is going to signal that it's bullish and in play. I mean, right now it's totally in play. It's above the moving averages on the 15-minute chart. It has a good chart going. It just needs to stay above support here. If it drops below this 50 simple moving average at 10, that's going to signal the chart's broken and more consolidation. So yeah, the chart's really heating up. We're going to see if it can follow through on Monday. Let's look at MGTI. As you can see here, it has RSI in the bull zone. You have a bullish crossover in Festo. You want to see that back above 50. The exact same pattern here. Not the exact same pattern, but it has a similar, let's say, sideways channel that it's in. Where it's been going sideways here, and it doesn't have the clean double bottom like the other chart, but it does have a multiple bottoms here. It's trying to break out of this resistance zone, and so what it needs to do is hold on to this 50-day simple moving average, currently at 218. That's the big level to hold. It held that on Friday, and then it needs to get above the closing price here on the 27th. If it can get above that price at 244, that's right lined up with the upper Bollinger Band, then you're looking at a run up here to 285, and then above 285 signals it wants to break out higher and run into the 3s. Right now it has a nice uptrend going. It's just taking a little break. It formed this doji bullish star bullish doji star reversal pattern here, and it's trying trying to confirm it. It needs to form a white candle to confirm that. The black candle is not a confirmation candle, but we will be looking for confirmation on Monday. If you look at GAHC, it's also trying to turn the moving averages into support. Once again, they're all converged here. You have the 300-day simple moving average down here at the bottom, providing big support where the bounce was on the 10th. Now it's above all the moving averages. Here's the 50, the 200, the 20, EMAs 4, 8, and 13, and the 100-day simple moving average. It's currently above all the moving averages, and it's trying to turn EMA 4 at 0.02 into support. Above 2 cents for this stock signals more upside potential. It signals it wants to head higher. It's just been in this consolidation mode. And so if it can get above 2, and then it's 222, and then 225, above 225, and it can really get moving. So keep an eye on it. This is another one of those charts that it's in the sideways pattern. The charts wound pretty tight here, and we're just looking for a breakout. We have Bitcoin running hard. It's been pushing at these really high levels, and we're waiting for these Bitcoin over-the-counter stocks to get moving again. SING, it has a nice uptrend going. You can see it broke out after the tight channels, tight Bollinger Band channel here. Notice how the Bollinger Bands were super tight, and then it broke out to the upside. It took a little while to get going, but finally when it broke above key resistance, it took off. You can see here this was the top, and then it started breaking that on the 27th, and then you had the big breakout, the big follow through here on the 28th. And so yeah, the share price ran all the way up to 13.25. Congrats everyone. I know we had a lot of people in this between 6 and 7, and so that was a nice percentage gain there on that move. It pulled back. It did hold the EMA 4. The gap is still unfilled here, so the downside risk as it comes down and fills this gap between the two candles. A drop down to 875 would fill the gap. To the upside, it needs to break above the closing price here on the 29th. If it can close above that level, which is right between 10.75 and 11, then that's going to signal it wants to head higher, and we'll be looking for a test of 13. As long as EMA 4 at 0.0959 is holding, the chart is really strong. If you see it drop below that level, then it could fill the gap. As long as the middle Bollinger Band way down here at 7 cents is holding, the uptrend is intact and it should head higher. Okay, let's look at INTV. This is another little known this is another Bitcoin related stock. All right, and so it had a really big breakout here. Notice it had really nice volume pushing it higher. So it's been on this multi-day run. You can see it's been a lot of green volume bars in a row. It's gone from 12 cents. It ran all the way up here to 9.75. It was a heck of a run. It's still in play. It's still it's formed the black candle. So that's signaling a little indecision here at the top. What it needs to do, it needs to stay above 67. If you see it drop below 67, that's going to signal consolidation, and then it could come down and test this 300-day simple moving average at 357. Right now, it's super strong and it's pushing higher. All right, so it's as long as that EMA 4 is holding, the signals to keep riding. A close below, EMA 8 at 54 is the first support level. You want to see a break above the top of this candle to head higher. It's been a really nice move. Congrats everyone. We did alert this at much lower levels. This is another Bitcoin play. Like I said, we alerted this last week and it had big follow through this week. We alerted this 2 weeks ago. And then if you caught those alerts and you were in our chat and you were following along, you could have been up over 100% this week on this this last week on this stock. Notice how it had the really big follow through. We were alerting everybody on the big move above the 50-week moving average, and then now it had the follow through and it's pushing higher. If it can keep riding EMA 4 at 4274 higher, this uptrend should continue. If it pulls back, the 50-week moving average at 237 is the key level to hold. And then another one to take a look at is FAGI. As you can see here, it's been breaking out. I meant to post another chart for you here, but you can see it had really tight Bollinger Bands, and then it broke out above the moving averages here. It does have, let's see here, let me give you a weekly chart, and then you could see where this is headed, because when a stock is breaking out on the daily chart, it helps to look at the weekly chart to find the next resistance levels. And so here we can clearly see where the next target is. Up here at, let me get the annotations. It always makes it better for everyone. Yeah, if you could see, let me get the red. So yeah, so we've got the resistance right here from this close and then the open here. So that's just above this price, and then the next key level is Dollarland up here at the 50-week moving average. It looks like like that's where this could be headed. So keep an eye on FAGI. If this bullish uptrend continues, dollar land and the 50-week moving average will be on deck. If it can close above 50-week moving average for the week, that would be very bullish and signal more upside potentials. If it hits that level and pulls back, it could signal consolidation. If it fails to get through this like 55-60 resistance zone and the candles work back into the bands, the first support level is way down here at EMA 4 at 14.96, basically 15 cents. Okay, let's look at a couple more here. These are the kind of like your lotto type plays. These are like the bottom of the barrel crypto plays, but these are cryptocurrency related stocks. And so here we have FVRD. It made that really nice run up to 3 cents, and then it pulled back. And so now what we're looking for on these stock scores charts, what we like to see are candles above EMAs 4 and 8. EMA 8 is the blue line, EMA 4 is the pink line. So if we can get a close above 0.012, that puts it back in play. So keep an eye on FVRD this week for a close above 0.012. And then another one to look at is QSPW. Okay, so this is another thinly traded stock. Most people don't know about this. They never heard about it, but it is a cryptocurrency related stock. Notice that Pennyland is the big level. Okay, so all these candles here are closing. Okay, so this is close right at Pennyland, close right at Pennyland, close right at Pennyland. So the chart's wound tight here. The candles are above EMAs 4 and 8. If it breaks above Pennyland, this thing could really get going. So yeah, but be careful. It's a thinly traded stock, and it could be easy to buy, but tough to sell. Okay, thank you very much. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, come check us out at our chat. It's also a very good mobile app. You can download that for free. We're putting out alerts on all the different sectors, the cryptocurrency sectors, the marijuana sector, and then we have our premium chat is where it's at. That's where we really share all the really good knowledge. All the real-time alerts are coming out. We have a lot of excellent members in the chat that are helping one another learn and take their games to the next level. Okay, come join the fun. Thank you very much. Have a great night.